I gave you answer this one because this one will explain. This is your prophet himself. I understand that you show respect to your prophet. So let us go and see what your prophet is saying. Whatever your prophet is saying, he is right. Or what you are saying to us, Allah, he has a leg, but his leg is not like yours. Allah is not like anyone. I'm not asking you if he like me or not. The leg is a leg. Why Allah he called it a leg? Simply because it's a leg, which means he walk. A leg, why he did not say a wing? Why he did not say an eye? Why he did not say a nose? He is the one who named that part. He is the one who give it a name and a title, not me. So you don't come after me saying to me, oh, you cannot use it as a leg as you think. Well, he is the one who used it, not me. He called it a leg, it means it's a leg. So you Muslims, to run from what your God is saying, you have to play around the word, say, oh, you know what, it's not like a leg like yours. I don't care. This is not the question. Maybe it's a beautiful leg. Maybe it's the most amazing leg. But it is a leg. Who named it a leg? It's your God. Who explained it as a leg? It's your prophet. And it's not up to you to say, well, this leg is different. No problem. I'm not saying my leg is the same. Well, my leg has a lot of hair. This is not the question. I'm not comparing myself to your God, Allah, sir. I am not saying...
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think you want to focus on words and play with words, and that's not how we approach. When it comes to reading the words of God, that's not how we approach things. Unfortunately, we do not play with words. You want to prove to me that my Lord, who is your creator and your protector, your sustainer, your provider, you want to reduce him. Okay, you want to reduce him to a leg and want to focus on the word leg. Now,
it's not me. It's your
Quran. And this time I'm not referring to God, but is there any leg that has an eye or hands or fingers? No.
This is why
it is not.
This is what, no. Brother, listen. This is why Allah is not like any leg.
Let me finish, because I think you said earlier that you went to school, and part of what you learn in school is to learn how to listen. And I want to make my point
anyway.
before
it's
you.
An Arabic school. An Arabic school don't teach us that.
Now, okay, wonderful, great. Now, I'm saying you want to reduce him to that, but you are not quoting the Quran, saying the Quran reduced him to a leg. That's what I'm saying. And what I told you and Mr. the Moderator earlier is that God is a being with attributes far from looking like his creatures' attributes. He is the absolute being and the beginning of everything. So why do you want to go ahead and give an image to him like what you have, as you have not seen him and still cannot sense the being of God as a perfect and absolute being? Now let us be frank and let us be also open as intellectuals in order to debate this clearly. What I want you to do is, if you cannot compare yourself with a dog or a monkey, why do you want to reduce God as a perfect being to a leg, as he mentioned in the Quran or in the Hadith that he has a leg or an eye or a hand or fingers? Why do you want to do to God what you do not accept to yourself, as he is perfect and you are not perfect? Let us use our common sense and debate this.
Okay, let me answer you. First, I am not the one who compare myself to anyone. It's your God. When he named his leg as a leg, he did put himself in a title, not me. I am not the one who named his part as a leg. It was him. Ask your God why he called it a leg if it's not a leg. So it's a leg, but it's not a leg. But this leg don't look like a leg. But this leg is different from your leg, but it's a leg. But so you are playing with the word, and you are saying, can you compare your leg with a dog? Yes, you can. You can say this is a leg of a human, this is a leg of a dog. This is a short leg, hairy, it looks like a leg of a dog. This is a leg of a human. We can compare. Who said we cannot? We can compare as long both as they are legs. It doesn't make me really a dog. It doesn't make him a human, but both are legs and we can compare. We can count how many bones they have. We can make a study, and this is how we can make a. This is the leg of a human. This is the leg of a dog. You think you can, you are insulting by saying, you are comparing yourself.
Guys, let me jump in.
I think you are an Arab and you know what al-ism, means in Arabic.
Let me jump in. Let's take another call real quick, see what their questions are. Go ahead, caller. The next caller, go ahead.
Is that me?
Yes, you. Go ahead.
Okay. I have a question for the Muslims. You said that there was no science known in that time about embryology. Well, actually, there was a Greek doctor in 150 A.D. with the last name of Galen, I believe, that had a theory much similar, if not almost identical to Muhammad's. But I would also like to read you something out of the Bible, which is in the book of Job, which is over probably 1,000 years older than Muhammad. That it does talk about embryology, if you want to play with words like you guys like to do. Hast thou not poured me out as milk and curdled me like cheese? Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hast fenced me with bones and sinews. So, and actually in the Quran, if you read the part about the bones, it says the bones comes first and then the flesh does, but the Bible actually gets it right by saying the flesh and the skin comes first. And I'm going to hang up and let you guys answer because my phone's almost dead. Is that all right?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. First of all, in order to answer to your question, I'm not saying that embryology was not there when the Quran was written. I'm saying science was not developed enough in order to explain things as they explain it today. And this is why the scientists, most of them, they refer to the Quran mainly to those verses talking about how a human being is created in order to say, yes, in the 7th century, the answer was there, but science was not as developed as to bring the explanation to that which was mentioned in the Quran. And that also is a miracle to show that Quran came not for a particular time only, not for a particular group of human beings, not also for particular circumstances, but for all mankind, all times until the end of time. While, and I'm not going to jump in other books, but I'm just talking about the Quran. And today in science, they have gone so far, mainly in the chapter Al-Mu'minun, the believer, in the very first verses, when Allah describes the sequences of human development or the embryo, then you can see that science could not, of course, answer to all those questions at the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And Jesus was there 563 years before Muhammad, peace be upon him. Therefore, even if the Bible mentioned it, I'm saying to you that the knowledge was in the scriptures, but science was not developed enough in order to explain that knowledge which existed in the scriptures, if I may answer your question.
Okay, let me make my part, please. Let me make my part. Just a second, please. First, the verse he mentioned.
He said science.
Muslims, they have all the
quote. Okay.
For sure, they are American science. Trust me. They will give you any name you want. But this is not the question. Chapter 76. The chapter he mentioned about the nutfa. It says clearly that Allah, He created the human being from a clot, and that clot became the baby. Clot don't grow. Clot, they are dead blood, and they will never grow. This is chapter 23, verse number 14. It says, ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظما فكسونا العظام لحما. And it's very funny that the Muslims right away, they will give you scholars said, scholars agreed, scholars, you know what, this is something you can learn in 6th grade school. You do not need to be a scholar. You do not need to be a doctor. A clot will never become a baby, and the bones don't come first and then the flesh. And the sperm will never become a clot anyway, because the sperm, when he...
Hello? Hello?
Seems like we lost Christian Prince. Are you there?
He's not there anymore, but probably his radio is on, and he may hear what I'm going to say. And I'm going to read the verses.
Let's find out. Is anybody else on? Is anybody else on?
We're still on anyway.
I still hear. I know my guest is on.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Okay, great.
Let me ask, do I have another caller? My switchboard went out. Is there another caller with another question? Okay. I think we might have lost connection. That's not good.
But you're still recording. They may hear this later.
I don't know what happened here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think we lost connection. I think I lost Christian friends.